I started modeling in 2015 after I contested for Elite Model Look Nigeria and I made top 5.
I started modeling because I had love for, camera. I had love for pictures, and I had a very beautiful face, yes.
Most times some models, they want to go into modeling for a moment. They can be in a space in time and decide, oh, my friends are models, I want to do this too. But technically that's not what they really want to do. Maybe perhaps they're on school break and they feel they want to sign a contract somewhere.
So most of my friends, they'll be like, wow, she's tall, she's sexy, she's like that. So I'm like, okay, let me go for modeling. My friends and mates were like, Ify, you've got this. You have what it takes to be a top model, I will say. And I decided to think about it and I gave it a try.
Modeling was like a hobby to me. I didn't really take it per se seriously. So I started it just for fun, to pass time. I just came out of school. Then I got scouted by my agent. Got signed, then I developed this passion for modeling, and now I just want to go out there and be the best I can be.
Modeling wasn't always in the books for me. It was an accidental thing actually. A friend invited me for the casting and I just went there and I got picked.
We're working with the likes of Kappa, LNCC, Adumen. I'm still planning to aim higher still, you get me? So all the jobs I've done so far, I'm proud of it.
Yeah, I've done shows for the likes of Ferragamo, A Cold War, Spider Korea, Louis Vuitton, Butter Paris and Givenchy.
When I started back then, I think the first 10 years, I would say, was quite difficult. The modeling industry then was still not seen as an actual job.
It's a long process. It's not just a one-off thing that you don't wake up one day and become a model.
The narrative of people calling models prostitutes, that narrative needs to change, because that's not the job.
The modeling industry falls down to how strong you are mentally, because you will learn a whole lot of things will break you, and most of those things that's going to break you is literally what's going to build you. You literally have to prove yourself and identify yourself before the industry can recognize you.
Yeah, so basically I'm a shy person, but I needed to work on my interaction with people so I can move in the industry.
I've had situations where my elder sister said, you're going into prostitution, this is it. This is what you're doing. Why not go to school, learn a skill, trying to change my mind? But I knew what I was going in for. Eventually, I started modeling and it changed my life.
The preparation actually starts a month before, 2 months before. So for some of us, we have to maybe go on a diet because you have to lose weight. You don't want to be too big for outfits, or you start eating up because you want to fit outfits better. And then you go for the castings, and at the castings when they let you know whether you're doing the show or you're not doing the show. And then after the castings, we have to do 3 days of fittings before the main show.
You probably will not be able to sleep if your call time is 5 a.m. because you don't want to be late and you want to be there looking your best.
When it's time for fashion week, if you're above, maybe you lost some pounds, some weight, you just have to work out, gain that, and that's that. For the skinny guys, we hardly gain weight. So we just have to rest, have enough rest, sleep, and that's that.
And then on the day of the show, we start in the morning, we do rehearsals for different designers, as different designers want different things. So when I tell people this, they think I'm joking or they don't take me seriously, but I never really enjoyed it. I mean, there are times when it was fun, but afterwards, it was not very good or healthy for my mental state.
The modeling agency is so stressful, so much work, but people don't see you only see the beauty, outside. So it's had its ups and downs.
The people who's left the industry because of the stress are free now than people who are in the industry struggling from that stress.
I left. I knew people that have left for their own reasons.
And some clients, they just treat people like trash because they're actually paying. They feel they'll treat you anyhow they deem fit.
Then there is the rude, unethical, immoral designers, makeup artists, backstage people that feel like being rude is what makes you a fashion savvy person.
Models were always models. Some will be calm, some will be hot-tempered, some will be very nice. So it's just a matter of, models are human.
Human beings, we happen to come from different backgrounds, learning and exhibiting different types of characters. So yeah, many times we've had different levels of issues. But usually it's not a thing you can tag to, this is how models behave, but this is how some certain people behave.
The issues might not even be from the model. It might just be from the client. We can't just put the blames on models and their personality. Sometimes some client can be a little bit difficult to work with.
There are cases where you booked a model for a production, you set out a time, and unprofessionally they can just cancel and decide they want to be with some guy or be somewhere, do something. It happens. In some cases, you have models, oh, if we don't eat right now, we are not going on set. And you're like, relax, food will come. But just, show is already on, and it's argument, it's shout. Sometimes when you have models all together in a room, especially when they have to, like a backstage and, where they have to change and the rest of it and dress up, and most times ladies they get to keep things, and the rest of it. Sometimes some people steal, so we get to deal with all that situations. You can hear somebody say, oh, I just lost my phone, I dropped it here, can't find it anymore. It's our responsibility now to deal with that situation. So it's a character thing from different kind of people.
Modeling has a certain age, and after a certain age, 5 years, you can't do much. So, but what I also make sure to do, I tell them, to just have your degree. If you're leaving the agency, just make sure you're going to school full time, you're working.
Age is not, I don't know about then, but right now, age is not a problem. As long as you have the perfect body, you are fit, you are good to go, then you can work with that.
You can't limit a model. You can't limit it. If you have what it takes, you have the qualities, you have the potentials, you can't be limited. You will definitely grow and develop over time. You become better. You diversify yourself. Omotola started as a model. Genevieve started as a model. Ukiri Aninobi started as a model. So many of them, Desmond Elliott. So you see, modeling is the stairways to the entertainment industry.